Hey everyone, it's Nolan on Thursday, 12th of May, 2022, about 25 minutes to 7 p.m. on the evening here in the UK. We've had lots of volatility today, actually, and yeah, I hope you've been able to take advantage of that. Literally, yen has dominated the market. Yen strength has pushed all of these yen pairs right down today. Aussie yen and euro yen being the biggest movers at minus 2.73 and minus 2.71% drop. So yeah, a lot of yen strength in the market. Unfortunately, no real pullbacks on, like the hourly time frames. You were looking at 5-minute, 15-minute time frames. So real, intraday trading there. Just looking at Swiss yen, actually, this monthly candle, although obviously we've still got 19 days to go, it's looking pretty tasty, from that 136 where we saw price push into there, pushed actually a little bit higher, but that kind of zone. And look what happened for several months afterwards. So who knows? We could be seeing the start of a big move here on some of the yen pairs, Swiss yen being one of them. Actually, let's just have a little look at dollar yen, because dollar yen was something which I sent out on our watch list to our members. I think it's probably a week or so ago, and I said to actually watch price in there to start dropping. And the reason why I was looking at that is because I placed a fib from here to here, drew it across. Because what I'm looking at here is that potentially this is an impulse of buying. This is our correction, and we have another impulse of buying, and we've actually hit what would be our extended target. If you're using Fibonacci, you would use our minus 27% fib as a first target and a minus 61.8 as a second target. So prices come in there, and you can see this monthly candle. Again, we've still got 19 days to go, but this could be a very, very interesting area where we could start to see price reverse. So yen strength might be something that we see for, several months coming up from now. Remains to be seen, of course. Let's not get too excited, but yeah, we could be seeing yen strength for a while. So keep your eyes on those yen pairs. Look for any corrections, etc, etc, and yeah, we could be seeing some serious drops. Right, we've got some charts at particularly interesting levels at the moment. Euro dollar, I should say, clearly broke that 105 level now. You can see this level here, 105. In fact, was holding on the 4-hour to show you the 4-hour, because if you're an intraday trader, there were lots of opportunities here at 105. Look, price was coming in and bouncing, coming in, bouncing, coming in, bouncing. Literally, you could just have traded from 105, where it was a buy limit or looking at price action, traded it back to 105.50, close a trade, job done. And, it was a possibility that 105 was going to hold, and we were going to see a little bit of a reversal, or at least a bigger correction in play. But no, we really and convincingly broke today. Look at this bearish candle. We've seen no real pullback, not on this time frame, or not even on the hourly, and we've just dropped. But it is an interesting level now, because we are coming into these lows here, which goes back to 2016, where you can see, this is the weekly price kind of hovered around this level for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks before those sellers gave up and buyers started to take control of the market. Who knows? We could see exactly the same thing again. We could be here for weeks. We could even break it. Who knows? So yeah, Euro's at an interesting level indeed. So doesn't mean obviously to start buying now. You would need a valid setup on whatever time frame you are trading. But certainly something to keep an eye on. And also dollar Swiss is, if I can find it, in fact what I'll do is I'll just use this chart here. Dollar Swiss back at parity, where 1 US dollar equals 1 Swiss franc. So that's interesting as well. Could that cause some sellers to come in? You can see here that, you know, when we popped up into this level in 2019, we have pushed a little bit higher back in 2018. You can see these wicks here. It's a bit of a messy chart, if I'm honest with you. You know, as it looks, that looks pretty strong, but again, that's a monthly candle. Weekly candles, very, very strong indeed. So, you know, what I would say is, you know, be aware of these levels, keep trading the trend. But you know, the longer these markets move, the higher the potential of them, of that momentum starting to run out, and we at least see a correction or a reversal. But yeah, you know, always go with the where the momentum is, but just be aware of certain levels because price could start to reverse on you. So dollar Swiss, interesting level. Euro dollar, very interesting level. Yen pairs all selling off with yen strength, which could, looking back in time, could, you know, be here for weeks if not months. Euro Swiss, let's just have a little look at that, because this is something I talked about. This is something I talked about in I think it was my last video that I did, potentially looking for this structure to play out. Well, it's more than that really, because on the weekly, we are in this weekly bearish trend. I'm looking at this price action here as a corrective pattern. So a correction or corrective pattern is basically pushing in the opposite direction to the impulse movement, the general direction. So you can see the general movement is to the downside, and we have this correction 1, 2, 3, making higher highs, higher lows. Now this has actually come into the top of structure, and all I've done is I've connected this low and this high together, brought it across, and we've got this more evening star pattern, I should say, here on the daily. Okay, so there's a potential for this to push down into the bottom of this channel, making a higher low. Now it could bounce, or we could see price break the channel or break the correction and push down if we see that next impulse begin. So this looks very interesting. If you look at on the 2 hour, for instance, what we've been looking for is that impulse and a correction. So, you know, like here we have a move down, we have a correction, we have a move down, we have a correction. We've had a very, very nice move down here, breaking this trend line, and we could be getting a correction as we speak. What I would be interested in looking at is for price to come back and test these lows here, which was obviously support, and then look for a rejection here for a move down. So I'll be keeping my eyes on that. Now, whether that is euro weakness or Swiss strength, I don't know. But you know, this is what the chart is telling me. So I will be looking out for a trade short on this. Okay, I will be looking out for one if the setup for me, you know, I have certain strategies I use. If nothing agrees to my strategies, then I won't be taking a trade. It's as simple as that. But it's one of interest. So potentially 1044 could be a nice little zone there where we see price retest and reject. NASDAQ has also come into a level which I pointed out to the guys in our group today. Actually drew a fib from here, the start of this impulse to the end of the impulse up here. And, you know, price has come into a 50% retracement. So now retracement levels are basically levels where potentially price could find, you know, in an uptrend, levels of support, and in a downtrend, levels of resistance. So it's possible that price could find support here at the 50% retracement level. Okay, 50% level isn't actually an official Fibonacci level, but we put it in because we can often see price reverse after retracing 50%. So all this means is that if this move was, you know, X number of points, 50% retracement means it's retraced half of those X number of points. So, you know, looking at this as the impulse correction, and we can start looking for buyers to come in. Doesn't mean that buyers are going to come in. And I'll show you, for instance, because this little move here from this impulse to this impulse actually had a really deep pullback to the 78.6% retracement, pretty much on the dot, and then boom, it's just gone. So I mean, that would be a hell of a deep retracement for the NASDAQ if it was to come all the way down to 88.13. You know, you can never say never in trading, never say never, but that would be a hell of a deep pullback. We'll monitor this level anyway and start to we'll have a look to see if we start to see buyers come into the market. In fact, I'm going to leave that level on there. Another chart of interest is Kiwi dollar. This is very, very close to a level of interest as well. You know, some of these dollar pairs, in fact all of these dollar pairs, have had massive moves, but yeah, this little zone here, if I take the moving averages off, where we've seen here back in September 19, we've seen buyers come in, we've seen buyers come in again here, solid close below here, which led to massive move down. That was when COVID was in the headlines, and we've broken, and now we are retesting that level again. So, well, we're not quite there actually, because it's right about the 62.20, 62, in fact 62.200 level, right about there. So look at this low, 61.9, yeah, 62 level, somewhere around there. So we're very close. We're literally we're at 62.24, so you know, about 20 pips away, not very far at all, where we could start to see some buyers come in. And you know, look at this weekly momentum. It's been huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks without a correction, without a bullish weekly candle. So to say that this is due a correction is an understatement. And literally, you know, you don't know, it might literally be 1 month and then we could drop, who knows. But it's due some bullish momentum, put it that way. You know, technically speaking, back to test this low would be good, this swing low, which is previous support, which could now become resistance. We've certainly got some lows here, look, where price has found support. So, you know, it could even come and retest there, who knows. But yeah, keep your eyes on this level, start looking at the smaller time frames, and see if we get some buyers come in there. But other than that, guys, yeah, enjoy the volatility. Keep your eyes on those yen pairs, like I say, because that could continue tomorrow, and it could continue for quite a while. Look for some corrections. Make sure you're using, you know, back-tested, profitable strategies. Don't just, you know, make it up as you go along. Have a trading plan as well. Use great risk management. Trade using logic and not emotions. Okay, don't over risk. You know, 1%, 2%, 1%, 2% risk per trade is absolutely more than enough. So that's it from me, and that's it from the team this week. Please like, share this video, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you know a trader who might find this information interesting, please share it. Share it on your social media, you know, however you want to do it. We'd like to get out to as many traders as possible. And we do hope that you find the information that we give you valuable. We do try and help as many traders as we can. So from me and the team, Have a great Friday tomorrow and a great weekend, and we will catch you again next week. Bye.